I just saw Jane again. And that's what I'm going to call her from now on. I have been calling her Cocaine Jane, but I'm not going to do that anymore because it's not nice. But who knows, maybe someday we'll actually get involved or become connected and she'll discover these secretive videos that I've been making about her as if I'm spying on her when really she just appears. But I've seen her just everywhere now, it seems. This was at Northern Boulevard and Broadway. It's a three-way intersection. I forget what the other street is. That's about as far afield as I've seen her. But she was going back, so this says that she actually takes her epic long walks outside of Astoria, and then she hooked a left and was headed toward Woodside. But she looked directly at me. She did a double take, I could tell. There was no question that she recognized me. And someday, man, she's just going to walk right up to me and be like, who the hell are you? Why do I keep seeing you everywhere? And I'm going to say, that's my question for you. Exactly the same question for you. Who the hell are you? Some low-flying planes. Yeah, that plane is landing at LaGuardia. Anyway, she has that urgency about her, though, that I think someday she's just going to let it go and ask me who the hell I am. And maybe I don't really want that to happen. Maybe I don't really want to be involved with somebody so clearly addled. I unwittingly figured out where she lives, at least I think I did. I saw her coming out of an apartment building. I looked up the address on one of those people finder things, and if I'm right, I know what her name is. It's a beautiful first name. The last name is unusual to me. It looks like Eastern European. But if I'm right, that's all I know about her is her name. I couldn't find anything else on her. Well, here's some garbage for you. A lot of it. Just goes on and on. I gotta be careful around here. There's a lot of drunk people just lying around or being, making a spectacle of themselves. I have become a little less reckless about going into certain areas, certain neighborhoods. Which I know to be dangerous or sketchy. Whenever I use that word reckless, I always have to think about it. I have this conversation with myself about the nature of the word. And look at all these shot glasses or shot bottles. In my mind, I always wanted it to be spelled reckless with a W. W-R-E-C-K-L-E-S-S, and that doesn't make any sense because that means lacking in wreck, lacking in getting into trouble. But of course it's spelled R-E-C-K and derives from, it means a lack of reckoning. A lack of taking the consequences of your actions into consideration. They don't usually land the planes over Woodside during the week, at least I don't think they do. But I guess they reroute them for whatever reason. They usually go over Flushing, Main Street area. where they get so low you can sometimes see the passengers in the windows. Man, this is a lot of trash lying around. Keep on this path, I think I end up on Northern Boulevard. Anybody need a set of shelves? Every time I see this, I think it stands for File Transfer Protocol, which is something, it's an old protocol that we still use today, although it's in a different form, SCP or SFTP. Wouldn't it be funny though if the graffiti around here started being all these internet protocols, HTTP, HTTPS, brandished across people's houses and public spaces. SCP. FTP over here, by the way, is a F the police. Those Flashdancer ads have been on top of yellow cabs since forever. I have pictures of these type of ads from like at least the late 90s. They've probably been, I'm sure they've been around a lot longer than that. I haven't been into a place like that since probably like 92. Really have no interest. I mean, I do have a certain level of interest, but it just seems like a world I don't want to get wrapped up in. And here comes beautiful Northern Boulevard. check in on the payphone that was knocked over and left in the bushes. Oh, and here's a Link NYC. It's the only one for like miles around. Yeah, the payphone was at the Taco Bell last time I was here. Still here. Sleeping in the bushes. Rest in peace, old friend. They say Norm McDonald's career was never the same after the famous opening line of Weekend Edition, the Saturday after the O.J. Simpson verdict. He said, "Well, it's official. Murder is now legal in the state of California." Might have been one of the longest laughs ever on that show, I don't know. But the president of NBC at the time, or whoever, CEO, whatever, was a good friend of O.J. Simpson's. Somehow or other, the hammer came down. just going where the crosswalk signals take me. See these once in a while. Somebody arted up the old emergency call box. I appreciate it. I think this one might have got written up in one of the local papers. I see them around once in a while. People art up payphones as well. Not quite like this, but other creative ways. This call box is probably useless, by the way, except for the eye candy element now. That call box is right around the corner from this interesting old cemetery. I forgot what I ever knew about this little yard. I used to be pretty knowledgeable about it, but all that slipped out of my mind. I know this was discovered. It had been completely overgrown, this whole lot, and nobody even knew there was a cemetery here. I talked to a retired police officer once who said he was part of a call where there was some incident going on here, and they had to trudge through all the bushes and the shrubbery and whatever else was here. And as they're sort of weed whacking their way through, somebody's like What the hell? This is a goddamn cemetery. And the story is that the community took some pride in it, and they come out and maintain it. And they put this sign up. I think the balance of the space is being used for a community garden. Anyway, interesting little piece of Astoriana. I didn't see this. Looks like they have a website. Maybe I'll check that out. I guess this little yard's never really been on my radar because for a long time it was closed to the public, and I think maybe it still is. Oh, I could become a volunteer though. Oh, I see. That's an award that they got. As long as I'm over here, I might as well. As long as I'm in these parts, might as well check in on this old Underdog phone. It's been here forever, I don't know how long. That last phone, the one dead in the bushes, was also an Underdog brand phone. But that company, I don't know. I don't remember the name of who was in charge, but somebody who knew him said that the dude just skipped town and left all these phones moldering away. I have to mute the audio for a bit because somebody driving by was blasting music. And if commercially released music gets into this video, it becomes a copyright infringement. The whole entire video, even if it's just 2 seconds of a song. Something I have to be aware of. I mean, I don't really care about copyright infringement. I'm not making any money here. They don't cancel your account over that sort of thing. Not usually, at least. Newtown Road is like a little road in between. It slices through the street grid at a 45-degree angle. The street in between. I've heard people pronounce it Newton. Interesting looking truck. Look, we have another Flatiron building. I guess I'm going to end this on a happy note. People over 50 are now eligible for the vaccine, and I'm going to go straight home and find an appointment. I was going to wait for the Johnson & Johnson one because it's a single shot, but I don't want to wait.